two separate recording devices because the one that was up the closest to catch my dialogue didn't work. And, you can't shoot something twice. So the only actual recording that came out was the dynamic mic that was in the room. I put two mics. And it was pouring down rain, Anyway, it happens sometimes. People are such cowards. They show, this guy says, after seeing this, I think that vegetarians have a point. And it shows a picture of a turkey in a pen with other turkeys. And they're not crowded in there, but they're crowded. They're turkeys, but they're not like in a little teeny cage. They're in a pen. There's plenty of room. But this turkey's kind of sitting upright. It's sitting on the ground like it don't have the strength to stand. And it's all fucking missing feathers and beat to hell. Look at the cruelty to this turkey. These vegetarians have a point. Horrible. These little animals feeling all this pain and suffering. Rah, rah, yeah. Right? What these dumbasses don't know is though other turkeys did that. They do that in the wild. Animals, people, if you don't know, I got a farm. I got all kinds of animals. They're so sweet, kind, loving, little cutie little animals. They fucking bite each other and steal each other's food and kick at each other and hurt each other and ostracize each other. The chickens will peck a chicken to fucking death. I kept putting all of them in the chicken coop. I have 2 ducks. I tricked them and got them to go into the chicken coop and locked them up because the coyotes were coming out. And the next day I looked, the male duck, his head is all fucking bald and bloody looking because him and one of the roosters were going at it, man. And I don't need another rooster. I like my ducks, male and female duck that are bonded. I got like 2 roosters. I don't need that extra rooster. So I go in there, about ready to throw a 2x4 at him. I looked at my duck, so I had to let the male duck out of the cage and then close the door, and then he'll hang around the cage because mama duck is inside there. He won't go nowhere, So weird, and they're even different species. The female duck can fly. She can fly away. He's domestic. He's a regular old duck, like a daffy duck. He ain't going nowhere. He was born here. He's from a litter of 3 ducks that I had. But I had about 20 of them at one time. They make a god-awful mess. But back to this turkey. Okay? I got some baby chicks. Some little baby chicks. And I bought 30 of them. When I come out the next day, 10 of them dead already. Jesus. And I look in there and I watch them. I got them in a thing where I can see what they're doing in there. And they trample each other. They're healthy, but like one chick will start to stand on top of another one. And it kind of trips the other chick and he falls over, and then another one stands on his legs. They're trying to get to the heat or something. And then now he's kind of struggling, and then another one steps up on his head. And you come back an hour later and that chick is dead. So you could get the camera and zoom in on that chick and say, look how cruel this is. Like nature is kind. Animals suffer. Animals are going to be like the people after the New World Order. Animals, pets, wild animals, all of them, they're impoverished. They're illiterate, impoverished. If they're pets, they're slaves. They don't have any rights. We give them some rights, but really, what rights does an antelope get from a lion? You don't get shit. You swoop down and chow on you. The problem is that we put human value on animals. And this is a very slippery slope. And I'll give you an example and I've heard this just recently, when people are making the gay is normal argument, they'll say, animals in the wild do homosexual acts. Right? It's natural. Even animals do homosexual acts in the wild. That's how it's natural. For that reason, it's normal. Yeah, I'm cool. I ain't bagging on you, but that is an argument that's often heard, right? It's really weird how they They're born that way, but they're not. When it's convenient, they're born that way. When that's not convenient, then they're making up their own minds. It's natural, it's genetics, even though that's been bumped science. But they often say animals in the wild do homosexual acts, and therefore this is natural. I got news for you. A male duck will screw a dead female duck, and I've seen it. There's a dead duck in the pen, and all the males are tapping that. Dead. I thought she's probably alive because they were doing that. And I realized, oh, Christ, she's dead. Oh, shit. Okay, well, let me go get some gloves. Go in there and get that duck out of there, and I'll throw it away, get rid of it, And I go inside the house, because I went in there a little bit, poked around, like, look, oh, shit, she's dead. So I left the pen. I disturbed him, because a male duck was boning it. And I went in the house and got gloves on, and I came back out. When I came back out, another male duck was boning it. Ducks don't have a penis, but they look like they're doing it doggy style. So, it doesn't take much. That example, if two male ducks were doing that, that would be held up as an example about how natural and normal homosexuality is. But, of course, ducks in the wild will have sex with a dead animal. That's called necrophilia. You see where I'm going with that? You see how that's a slippery slope? That's how it goes. Every culture so far before us, it kind of goes that way. You start having a gay mafia, which becomes where it's at the top of the pyramid, controlling all the other percentage of people, all the 96% of the people. And then it finally slips into pedophilism and zoophilia and then necrophilia. That's kind of the order that it goes and has happened in history. Normally, by the time it gets down to the necrophilia stuff, the society has collapsed. And there, my gay friends, is the rub. Nobody cares that you're gay. The problem is when it becomes a political structure, it dooms a society. And nomadic lesbian couples adopting kids is going to dissuade the blowback and impact that it's going to have on normal, well, I see how you say normal, let's say the majority of male-female families. That's why these evil Christian bastards are saying it's going to ruin family values. It does. It does. So, you don't want to bang on somebody one-on-one. It's not about that person. It's a cultural issue. And I'm not sure what the answer is, but I don't think turning us into a metrosexual society is going to be helpful right now. And oh my gosh, I admit it. I have a problem with being negative. I don't want to be angry, and I don't want to attack people. But you hear what people say? They say, well, only conservative wackos want guns to shoot watermelons. How can anyone in their right mind at this juncture be cheerleading gun grabbing? First of all, grow up. What's done is done. There's 650 million goddamn guns. You're never going to get them all. So don't put us through it. Oh, those right-wing wackos. Oh, Ted Nugent getting their guns. What about all the kids? The parents get killed from gun violence. What about all the kids? The people die because of gun violence. What about those kids? Their trauma. We need to change the law. Okay, look. Those kids are 0.0000001 of the population. It's like one hair on your head and you got to shave all your head. It's equality for everyone. Willy-nilly. Do what you will, you satanic Luciferian assholes. I got an idea. Let's use a news outlet And let's try to find the most cuckoo Christian, God says he's Christian, that we can find. Play some crazy shit he's saying. And then say all Christians. One of my favorites. One of my favorites is the, Christians are like the Taliban. Christian Taliban. Are you kidding me? And you know, you gay lesbian gals are silent on what's going on in the Muslim world. There's like a Muslim gay connection. Even though they would put a tire around your neck and light you on fire, you stupid SOBs. You're on the same team. Here's the problem. Here it is, people. Anything to destroy the country. We'll choose any side that tears it down. Where does this come from? Like the rebellious teen. T-E-E-N, teen. The rebellious teen. Oh, I got a teenager. Oh, Christ, you must be going through hell. Yeah, they're rebellious. Okay, that hasn't been that way throughout history. You know that, right? We're talking like a James Dean, 1960s flower. You know what? It wasn't very long ago where your teens were not rebellious. Not the way it's glorified now. Nope. Jets are good. Your son loved his dad, but if we watch TV, all dads are shitty. Watch Disney. Always the missing mommy. And the stepdad and the stepmom. Always the dysfunctional family. Dysfunctional family. Dysfunctional society. Divided society. If we're divided, the gays and the straights, the blacks and the whites, the left and the right. Here's another one. The most retarded, and no offense to people that are mentally retarded, and for the duration of my goddamn career, I'm sorry I say retarded, for the retards that are out there, still arguing about conservatives and George Bush. Or how about this one? I can't wait. Jesus, Joseph, and Mary. If someone's listening to the show right now, if you're listening, you're a fan, whatever, you listen all the time. Holy Christ. Please let me know if this comes out. I cannot wait. It hasn't happened yet. I can't wait to see how David Pakman on YouTube, I just love fucking bagging on that guy. I can't wait to see how he's going to spin Hillary Clinton into a good thing. Can you believe how many people worship that lady? Oh my God. Wow. Good job in Libya, girl. Libya's all fucked up. And you know what's funny? I think what's funny is, I think it's funny how people hated Muammar Gaddafi. Oh, he's a bad guy. People just believe whatever bullshit gets poured into their head. It's unbelievable. Libya, the crown jewel of Africa, is now in ruins. Nice job. And they're in there trying to get the Ukraine. Let's see, who is it? It's the Russians or
when I'm spitting this mad shit, yo, it's tops in the lip with assassin. Finna get in your ass, I got a verbal Tommy gun and I'm itching to blast it. Maybe stiff in the casket, I got tricks in my sleeve and different attractions. We can end up being buddies and maybe collaborate, and we can end up with you getting your ass kicked. I'm stripping your bad bitch. Fuck it, then pass around to the niggas I rap with. I don't be giving the fuck, I crush on any whack ass nigga, I ain't giving no chances. Tell me, do you wanna step to this? The West presents the new lyrical exorcist, so don't expect nothing less than this, cause I'm the best to spit. I'm number one, all the rest of shit. You can ask my mama. With host MCs, I got a bad facade. Nigga, my ass is collar. Rowdy, I'm eating motherfuckers like a mad piranha. I'm brain playing like a sword. You better remember the name like it was yours. I was raised up to be shameless and I thought my flow's like a mattress lit in front of your brain, and I torture cause